Genesis, it appears once. We see Jacob offering in chapter 35. It's really, by the way, it's unclear what he libates with. And so you get a couple of commentators suggesting maybe it's wine as a possibility, maybe something else. Unclear. He libates it at I think it's at a matzeva, like the standing pillar thing. Curiously, it's not offered with anything else, right? It's just a standalone.
It sounds right. He has the nesech and shemen and oil as well. But right, both of those are usually secondary offerings, come along with a meat offering.
Right, but there's no meat off. Jacob doesn't offer anything. It's just
here they come alone. Yeah,
it's just liquids at that matzeva. But then in the rest of the Torah, we see some other stuff. So there's nothing in Deuteronomy, but then we see a little bit in Exodus, a little bit in Leviticus, and then a really whole bunch in the book of Numbers. So we do have these daily libations that occur as part of the morning and evening offerings in Exodus chapter 29. And then Numbers, we really get the bulk of it in chapters 15, 28, 29, where we get not only the daily stuff, but all the really special occasions. And that's really where most of the libation happens. One of the curious things I find really super duper fascinating is that most of it is like by time. So every day has it, twice a day. Shabbat gets a little bit extra, and then we see some holidays, which I'll mention in a moment, what gets what. But the only time related one is for the Nazir. So this Nazirite, for lack of a better translation. So he's this guy. Could it be a gal?
Yeah. This is actually an explicit verse. It says a man or a woman if they want to become a Nazir. So it's a great trick question, because most people would say, well, of course, women can't become Nazirites in Judaism, but it's an explicit verse, so it's always good. It's a good parlor trick to pull out.
There we go. It's a good Kiddush Club trivia piece.
That's right.
Or Kiddush trivia. You don't even have to go to the Kiddush Club, just Kiddush. So
maybe that can be the test to see whether you get into the club or not.
Ooh, that's a good one. So whether you're Nazir or Nazirah, when you're done, you bring your offerings. You then drink. There's two components. Wine pops up not only as the Nazir's offering, but then after he offers it, he then drinks wine. Now, I know in the rabbinic literature, they actually specify he has the possibility to then drink wine.
He's permitted
it's not that
to.
He necessarily then drinks wine.
Right.
But according to the biblical verses, he drinks wine after he brings this offering, right?
I guess it depends on how you read it, right? Because one of the prohibitions of the Nazirite is not drinking wine. So you could see it as sort of the end, or maybe you marks the end precisely by having a drink.
It's almost like Havdalah, right? It's a ritual performance of closing it off and saying, look, I've not been able to drink wine this entire time, and now is my time. It's part of the return to normal life, because wine is part of normal life, and that's what's strange about a Nazir. It's not normal.